Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
Bandwidth for Android App Arena is provided by Cashfly at CACHEFLY.com. Hi, everybody. It's time for our annual audience survey. We'd really like to hear from you. It helps us understand our audience better, know what you like and don't like, how you listen to the show. It also helps us tell advertisers what kind of people listen. But I promise you, your feedback is always kept personally anonymous. All you have to do is visit twit.tv/survey and let us know what you think. It'll just take a few minutes, and it'll help us make Twit even better. We really appreciate your support and any help you can give us. twit.tv/survey.
This is Android App Arena, episode 87 for Wednesday, March 2nd, 2016. Games for preschoolers. This episode of Android App Arena is brought to you by Prosper. Prosper is a peer-to-peer lending marketplace which connects people who are looking to borrow money with those who have money to lend. Visit prosper.com/arena to apply for your loan now. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Android App Arena. I'm your host, Jason Howell. First things first here, all you fans of this show with no kids. I've given you all 87 episodes of app suggestions. So this week, I'm going to throw a few ideas at the little ones. We'll be back to our scheduled grown-up app show next week. Now, second, if you do have children in your life, I'm not going to get into when you should or should not introduce technology to your kid. Why? Because it's your kid, not mine. It's none of my business. All I know is in my life, it's really hard to avoid the pull of technology with my kids. It's what I do for a living, and of course, my children see that. They really want to explore screen technology, and my wife and I do our very best to steer them in the right direction. That's about all you can do. But it's always been important to us that we find games and experiences that are suitable for their age and that they actually enjoy and can learn from. Android as a platform has, in my opinion, long suffered from lack of choice when it comes to high-quality games and apps for young children. There are plenty of games out there for kids, but many of them are quite simply inappropriate or crudely designed and executed. And a lot of them carry with them the constant enticement of in-app purchases. I can't get down with that. So, over the past few years, I've collected a few of my favorites for our kids, and today's show is about showcasing my top three. All three are designed well, have a cute sense of humor, cater to the child's creativity and imagination, and lack any sort of in-app purchases. Let's take a look at this week's roundup. All right, when my preschooler was first exploring the world of screen technology, I wanted to make sure that the environment was safe, first and foremost, of course. And beyond that major requirement, I wanted to find some titles that would appeal to her curiosity. Sago Mini Space Explorer also happened to feature one of her favorite things in the world, a dog. Harvey the dog, to be exact. Sago Mini Space Explorer is an open environment for space exploration in a nice, bubbly, colorful way. Controls that are about as straightforward as they come, which is perfect for preschoolers. Harvey begins in his home here, and once you tap outside, you've invited Harvey out into the space world where, equipped with a jetpack, Harvey is welcome to roam freely around outer space, free to stumble upon and discover new inhabitants as well as locations throughout. You can either drag your finger across the screen to fly freely, or you can just tap to a location and you'll fly directly to it. Now, as you fly along, you'll see these yellow markers that will appear. That indicates something new to discover. Fly over to those yellow markers and lift the finger and you'll see something new, usually an animation or an interactive element with the animal or thing that happens to be parked there. There are over 30 different discoveries to be made throughout the map. You'll also encounter other random interactions throughout, like finding floating ketchup and mustard bottles, for example, that you can squirt out into space. The thing I like about Sago Mini Space Explorer is that it's incredibly intuitive for a preschooler. It's all about discovery in a playful and colorful way, and it's designed really well. Not a given when considering game options for preschoolers on Android. It'll bring a smile to your face, too. Find Sago Mini Space Explorer for 99 cents in the Play Store. Now, we do a lot of cooking in our house, a lot of it. Our kids see it, and sometimes it's easy for the little ones to lose sight of the fact that good food takes time and patience to prepare. Bringing them into the process in the kitchen has been helpful, but this next game is also a great way to get them interested without all the extra mess. Dr. Panda Restaurant 2 brings the developer's characteristic cast of animals, including Dr. Panda himself, into a restaurant environment. Some friends are dropped off by the boat, as you see here, and once you seat them at their table, they'll offer up their suggestion of what they'd like to eat. You tap that suggestion, and then you're taken into the kitchen where you'll have all of the different foods and tools and ingredients, all that stuff that's required to craft a good meal for your visitors. Each person requires something different. So while you might know what the dish should entail from a broad sense, say pizza, it's up to you to pick the items that make them happy. And visual cues are actually given when you've made a good or a bad choice. Now, there's a good amount of chopping, sautéing, roasting, seasoning, stirring, boiling, everything throughout this game. So many kitchen techniques are presented here, and the player is free to just get creative. Do you want to serve this in one big piece? Or maybe you want to chop it up and top it with a sprig of parsley. Everything is big, and goals are made very obvious throughout each preparation. Then, when it's all done, you feed it to the patron and hope that they love what you made. You'll get a nice tip, you'll put the dishes in the tray, and you move on. It's a great look at the hard work that it takes to get a meal on the table and might help to make your little ones more interested in the process. Dr. Panda games are fantastic, so you really can't go wrong with Dr. Panda Restaurant 2 for $2.99 in the Play Store. Now, this next one is all about goofy fun for the little ones, and I fully admit I've played my fair share of it as well. It's called Toca Hair Salon 2. Now, salon games are a dime a dozen in the Play Store, but I'm pretty certain they all follow the lead of this one, the heavyweight contender in the category. You start by picking your client, or victim, depending on your plan of attack. Once they're seated in the chair, you have access to an impressive number of tools to groom their hair in whatever ways you want. Scissors or electric razors. That way you can remove hair in large chunks with different characteristics to the cut. The razor cuts close to the skin, of course, if you'd like that clean, close shave. If you cut too much, you just use the grow solution, and that'll bring it back quickly. You don't have to wait a long time for that to grow back like you would in normal life. Now, you can swipe that bottom tray left or right to reveal more options, things like hair straighteners or curling irons or combs, shampoo, water to start things off fresh, as well as a fun little hair dryer that blows around more than just your hair. Kids can get super stylish with a full range of spray color options. It's a nice little punk rock look there. There's also this assortment of decorating options like bows, hats, clips, all sorts of other accessories, glasses. You can get the hair exactly like you want it. And then when you're done, you move to this page where you pick a nice background and then, of course, take a picture of your creation. This game is best played on a tablet, I think. Everything's animated nicely, excellent sound design, and kids get lost doing things to virtual hair that, well, you hope they'll never choose to do on their own, at least. Toca Hair Salon 2 is a blast for all ages, but easy for preschoolers to understand, and they'll want to show off their creations to you when they're all finished. Find Toca Hair Salon 2 in the Play Store for $2.99. Now, all three games today are a lot of fun for kids, and they also offer some of the best from each developer. Sago Mini offers an impressive lineup of games for toddlers and preschoolers. All of them carry the characteristically bubbly and color environment that is tailor-made for children this age, and you can rest assured that they are all designed appropriately. Dr. Panda has a huge catalog that has already grown to epic proportions, keeps growing, in fact, and is one of the earliest examples I could find years ago when pickings for preschool appropriate games were even more limited than they are now. They cover a wide range of lesson categories and are all high quality. And finally, Toca Boca is one that I have a soft place in my heart for, starting, of course, with Toca Hair Salon 2 that we showed off today. But there's also a nice sequel called Toca Hair Salon Me, where you can take a picture of you or your kid and put it in the chair and do the hair, and it's really just designed well. Their entire catalog is super engaging and designed very well, so definitely definitely check it all out. 3 great development teams putting out top-notch content for preschoolers and toddlers, but I'm always on the lookout for more that fit into this category and are a cut above the rest especially. Please email your suggestions to me at arena@twit.tv. I'd love to do a follow-up sometime down the line. All right, before we move on, let's thank the sponsor of today's episode, Prosper. In today's economy, cash really is king. So instead of getting stuck with high interest rate credit cards, go to prosper.com. Prosper's online marketplace connects people who need money with those who want to invest, and they're investing in who else? You. It's like the Uber or Airbnb for borrowing money. You can use Prosper to borrow up to $35,000 in as few as 5 days. With Prosper.com, you can borrow money for just about anything you want. You can pay off high-rate credit cards, you can fix up your house, even plan a vacation. Anything you want. It's your money. Do with it what you want. I might finally redo our backyard so we can actually enjoy it this summer. Finally. Prosper.com is the better way to get the cash you need at a low interest rate. To check your low rate instantly without affecting your good credit, go to prosper.com/arena for up to $35,000 in your account in as few as 5 days. That's prosper.com/arena. Don't forget it, prosper.com/arena. And we thank Prosper for their support. All right, up next, we'll take a refreshed look at one of my favorite apps from the past few years that just underwent a transformative change. Let's take a look. Do you like yourself some floating browser bubbles? Do you even know what I mean when I say that? Well, there are a number of browser apps that appear in a bubble on the side of your screen when you tap a link, like the app once known as Link Bubble. I showed that off on this show way back in episode 2. It was just re-released by its new owner as an app called Brave Browser. And with the rebranding comes some added functionality. Let's do something we haven't really done before and check in on an app we've already covered to take a refreshed look at some of the changes. Brave Browser takes all the floating browser functionality that Link Bubble was famous for and couples that with some deeply ingrained ad and tracker blocking capabilities. And this is all in an effort to kind of keep things quick. I'll go ahead and tap a link to a site from my Google search results here. And that link will now appear inside the bubble on the side of the screen, loading in the background with the progress shown outside of the bubble. Now tapping that bubble brings it into a floating window, full screen more or less, and scrolling through you can see I have no ads here. All the ads have been removed. It does it automatically. I'll go ahead and deactivate the Brave shields. You can do that in the settings up here. And it now refreshes, and what do you know? Scrolling through I can find the ads. They appear once again. Brave is always secure as well. This is a nice added feature with HTTPS everywhere you browse. Now, Brave is a bit controversial in its ad blocking ambitions. Google actually rejected the app 2 times before finally letting it through again as the Play Store finally permitted ad blocking browsers for listing. For a faster web browsing experience, Brave Browser will do the trick, but realize that ad blocking can be incredibly detrimental to the sites that you love, so use with caution. Brave Browser is free in the Play Store. One thing to know about Brave is that their ad blocking involves stripping out bad ads from sites and sometimes actually replacing them with their own ads that they deem to be good. Kind of weird, huh? Responsible ads, they say, that don't track, all that kind of stuff. Of course, we're trusting them in that ambition, and they even claim that they will pass some of the revenue generated by those replacement ads through to the publishers that had their ads blocked to begin with. Not entirely sure about that last part, but the app is open source, so it's all there to take a look at and for the community to keep tabs on the fairness and responsibility that Brave claims it's taking in this regard. But I gotta say, it really speeds things up nicely. We just don't really know the cost of that yet. Send me your favorite apps and categories to arena@twit.tv. I love getting those from you guys, and you do a great job sending those my way. You can also post them to the subreddit, androidapparena.reddit.com. The show plays live every Wednesday around 5 p.m. Pacific following Tech News Today at twit.tv/live, and a new episode will always appear later in the evening in the feeds and on the show page. The most important thing to remember is go to twit.tv/arena and subscribe. All right, that's it, folks. Thanks so much for joining me today. My name is Jason Howell, and I will see you next week in the arena.